by Sullivan Cauley. Jay, we'll start with you.
Hey, thanks very much. And Sullivan, welcome back. You've got Bellator fight number 5 here against another undefeated guy like yourself. I was curious, is this pretty much old hat to you now, the fight week stuff, the media gearing up for the fight, or is there still a bit of jitters on your part?
I'm definitely starting to settle in, become accustomed to this process. It's seems to go a lot smoother now. I got everything figured out from how I'm gonna eat all week to, how I'm gonna feel at different stages of this process, and I am starting to really feel at home with it. So that's really nice.
That's good to hear. And, like I said, Jay Raddick is undefeated, but this is his debut on a larger stage. From what you've seen of him, what do you make of him as an opponent?
Yeah, he's undefeated, but he hasn't fought anybody anywhere near like me, really. He's his biggest asset is his size, I would say. He's a big guy, 6'5", I guess. And he's well rounded in the sense that he's got some striking and some jiu-jitsu, but I don't think he's really as good anywhere as I am. So I see myself taking it to him.
And you mentioned his size. I mean, do you have bodies that size that you can kind of work with in the gym, replicate what he does?
Yeah, they make him that big in Arizona, so we got a couple.
Good to hear, man. And last one for me. I mean, if you do get the win here, it's a great start to your career entirely under the Bellator banner. So, what's the goal then for 2023?
The goal for me for 2023 would be at least three, hope ideally four more fights. I'm on a development contract. I'm focused on developing. I'm trying to really build a world class skill set, and a big part of that is getting experience and getting these fights. So Bellator has done a great job with me so far. I'm really happy with how things are going, and I just would like to stay busy going forward.
All right, well, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Santiago.
Hi, Sullivan. Thank you for the time. Did you do your camp for this fight at Dance Gym in Arizona? And just in general, how did you experience your preparation for this fight?
Yeah, so I do my camp at I do my striking at Dan's gym, and then I do my wrestling with my head wrestling coach Jordan Johnson, and that's at Bader's private gym. So between those two places, and then going around to the Phoenix area to spar, that's how I get my camps done. And just like I said earlier, I'm getting more accustomed to the fight week process and getting more at home here in fight week. I'm really starting to learn how to put together a great camp, and a big part of that is my coaches Dan Brandt and Jordan Johnson. Um, and I'm learning, and just we're not making any massive changes, but just little tweaks every time, little improvements. The camps are getting better. I'm getting better. Everything's starting to feel better. So you know, watch out.
There is a lot of buzz surrounding you, which is normal when you score 4 first-round knockouts in a row to start your Bellator MMA career with, which is a record, I think. Did you expect it all to go this fast and spectacular in just 2 years' time with the company?
I don't know if I expected all the first round knockouts because I don't really think of myself as I don't when I go into a fight I don't think of chasing an early knockout. That's not really how I strategize and how I fight. But it just kind of ends up happening because of how I guess how confident and aggressive I am. So I'm really happy with the way things have gone. I thought I was gonna come in here and dominate because I had a good amateur career. I had a lot of great coaching. I had a lot of fighting experience. I had probably more amateur striking experience than any Division 1 wrestler. So, we took our time. We built a really solid skill set before I turned pro. So I think that's why I've been able to do so well early on in my pro career.
It's a big night for the light heavyweight division. You are ranked at number 10, and the door towards the top is right open now that the tournament is going to be over. What do you see when you look at this light heavyweight division where Bellator is clearly worked very hard on?
Yeah, it's a solid division. At the top, I think it's right up there with the UFC's light heavyweight division. Um, I'm like I said, I'm still on a development contract. I'm focused on developing. A few fights down the line, though, there are a lot of names, especially towards the bottom end of the top 10, that I think I have something for, and I think those guys are probably watching me right now very carefully, because in a short period of time, I'm gonna be knocking on their door, and they're probably not gonna be too happy about it.
Oh, they are on notice, I think. Bellator has announced a co-promotion with Rising in Japan at the end of this year. Did you catch this, Sullivan? What do you think about two promotions coming together with their best fighters? It's pretty huge, right?
I think it's awesome. I don't see why not. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's a testament to both promotions that they're willing to work with another promotion. These guys are all businessmen, and they're generally not gonna do anything unless they think it benefits their operation. But I think it benefits everybody, the fans, the fighters. I think the level of competition in the organizations outside of the UFC has gone up so much, and it's so good now. And I think a lot of the casual fans haven't quite yet realized it. So hopefully things like this can sort of draw people's attention to that fact.
It's huge for the sport. I cannot wait to see you perform again. Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Luis?
Hi Sullivan, I'm Luis Morales from Pit, and you are well known as a pro, and your whole career is in one of the most important promotions of the world.
I'm sorry, there's some interference. I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you try to say that again? Okay.
Killian?
Hey Sullivan, Killian Yauk here. Just one from me. On your Instagram, you posted about your partnership with Guardian Revival. You're trying to raise $5,000 to award a companion dog for a veteran or a first responder. So I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about that. You're trying to raise $5,000 and why that cause speaks to you.
Yeah. So Guardian Revival is a great cause. It's a nonprofit that exists solely to benefit veterans and first responders, specifically in the arena of mental health. We have an epidemic of suicide amongst veterans in this country. I think everybody knows that at this point. You can do what you can to try to get these guys to talk about their feelings and to go to therapists, and they're just resistant to it. That's just how they are. And Guardian Revival has programs that work in addition to clinical therapy to alleviate some of these problems. And one of my favorite ones is the Boots and Paws program, which awards service animals and just companion dogs to veterans and first responders in need. It's only I'm trying to this fight to raise $5,000. That's going to mean one great companion dog to a veteran or first responder that needs it. So we really appreciate the help. If you go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, it'll take you to that donor box to get that done. So please check that out.
That's awesome. Do you know of any update with that, like how much money they might have raised by now?
I need to get on there and check. I think we're still under 1,000 for this fight, so hopefully we can get there by the time I knock this dude out.
Okay, thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thanks.
MMA Locker Room?
Hey, how's it going, Sullivan? This MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio.
How are you?
Good. Being that you're a hard-hitting light heavyweight, I just wanted to say, with the passing of Anthony Rumble Johnson, what was your favorite Anthony Rumble Johnson fight or moment that you can recall?
That's a tough one because there are a lot of good ones. I think when he knocked out Gustafsson, that was extremely impressive to me, because Gustafsson, especially at that point, was just such a monster, such a technical fighter, such a big light heavyweight, and I think that was impressive. Rumble's career was amazing. Definitely Hall of Fame caliber, and from what I hear, I never knew him personally. From what I hear, he was a great man, and he was good to people, and it's a shame that we lost him.
Got it. Another thing, all your fights pretty much finished in the first round. A lot of people like to say when he speaks things into existence, they sometimes happen that way. So if I was to ask you, how do you think your first submission will come apart? How do you think you will get your first sub?
My first submission, I think I'll probably be smashing somebody from on top with ground and pound and end up in an arm triangle or something like that. I don't like to give up position. I'm a classic wrestler, I like to stay on top. So I'll probably find an arm triangle or something like that. Maybe this fight, who knows?
Kobe.
Hi, Sullivan. Kobe from the Pro Sports Podcasters. First time talking to you, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So 4 fights in the Bellator cage, less than 15 minutes spent there. Do you see that as an advantage or a disadvantage at this point?
I mean, experience is huge, obviously. It would be nice to get some cage time, but I don't think the fact that I've been crushing guys really puts me at a disadvantage. As I've mentioned, time and time again, I had a solid amateur fighting career. In addition to my wrestling career, I've been in tough fights. I've been in, 5-round amateur fights. I've been to deep water. I have a lot of experience in that way. So, I don't think the fact that I've been finishing guys puts me at a disadvantage. I'm very much ready for a 3-round fight. I think one of my best attributes is my cardiovascular endurance. I don't think anybody's really gotten to see it yet. So, when that time comes, I'll be ready.
Thank you for your time, Sullivan.
Thank you, guys.